all the way through to the end. They finally made it. But starting off today, Envy felt stronger. They came from the lower bracket, but they still did their best, and they ended that up for a team in ways that we haven't really seen mediums do. And for Unfazed, Aztrag being able to lock it down every single time, no matter what they're up against. It's time, and I will say, one of the things that is kind of leading me also towards thinking about Envy is Gremlin's kind of weird setup. I mean, we haven't talked about it a lot, but Gremlin has not been running the traditional RPG in C4. He's been running Pyromines, and it's been working out quite well for them on today's game. So I'm curious if that's going to be throwing a wrench into things coming into this. But so Soya, we're starting off with KCP versus Unfazed, and this is going to be one for the ages.
Yeah, exactly, and some early damage goes off, and Juker's gonna be the first one to drop from the hands of Slothy. They finally find that regen on that defib, and Normalize hit 2, taken out Slothy and Varian, but T-Mel shooting back. It's gonna be a 1v1 right now. Just kidding, it's actually KCP dropping to Unfazed.
Yeah, then on the other side of it, it's Envy taking out Nightmare. I guess you will catch me at Nightmare's funeral. Dang. I mean, Envy, though, starting this off really strong, but neither of these teams have a head start on the vaults getting plugged. Envy getting this plug early on here is good, but at the same time, they need to set up on top of that cathedral as fast as possible. For KCP, there's going to be a little bit of a slightly difficult approach, but Unfazed, they're unable to winch that into the position they wanted. In KCP, they know that they can expect somebody on the Trentilla building, and granted, Trentilla, they may have real fruit, not real fruit, but it is better. But it seems that hold is not better, given the fact that KCP is able to push right into those back lines and take out Juker instantly.
Yeah, Normalize not going to peel for his heavy, and he's going to opt to get taken out as well. Just coming in a little bit too late, but the bow coming out from Astrak going to be cleaning up Varian, now trying to find his escape. They need to get this coin going, but KCP going to get that full reset on their team, padding all the way over to Cash Out B. Going to use that RPG to drop it down, throw up those barricades, and protect T-Mails as he does get this flip. And it looks like Unfazed is going to be coining back in.
Oh yeah, here we go. This is KCP coming in control of this. On the other side of the map, Nightmare still struggling up against Envy, but on KCP's sort of back foot of their kite here, they lose T-Mills. It seemed like KCP was unsure of what direction the kite in, and that ended up biting them early on, but Juker dies, and that's actually not how I was expecting this to shake out, where you've got to trade on both sides. It is slightly in favor of Unfazed, given the fact that Normalize could still get the defibs on a Juker. Fortunately, he's caught out. So is Aztract. But Aztract, he doesn't manage to do much here. Varian T-Mills, they're locking this down. It's a 2-on-2 still. But Varian, unfortunately, caught out. That's Unfazed now, able to get in control of this if they're able to keep T-Mills at bay. T-Mills somehow manages to clutch that up against Normalize and get Slothy back. Wait a second. I don't know if Unfazed has this, because KCP, they're going to be able to hit that winch perfectly. And KCP hold on to it.
Yeah, I mean, KCP cleaning up shop over on that cash out, and it looks like it's going to be Envy and KCP taking home the first cash outs on both sides of this map, and that's going to be detrimental for Nightmare and Unfazed. But I mean, the fight's still not over. There's a long way left to go in this cash out as we look to go tap Vault 4 and Vault 3. It's going to be the top of the leaderboard right now, going up against each other. Envy does have this high ground as we go for some early shots on Nopbubba. Nopbubba dashing away, playing his life pretty well, but Uni looking for those crossfire. The C4, big C4 from Gremlin, now trying to capitalize on that damage, but ultimately gonna have to get shooed away from Sloppy. He's sitting right between those barricades, and it's gonna be Varian trying to look for an opening, but Bubba chasing him down.
This is where it is starting to get dicey for some of these teams, especially given the fact that only 2 can make it into the final 3v3 here. Envy is just gunning it out for KCP, and they're able to do it in a convincing manner. Look at how Envy is just not wasting any time getting this cash out plugged. That's going to be cash out D underway. On the other side of the map, though, Nightmare finally finding a little bit of leg to stand on, but Unfazed is not giving that for free. No quarter given. Juker goes out here, though, early, and that means Nightmare does have control of a vault for the first time in this round. This is going to be a little bit of a staggered approach, though.
Yeah, exactly. Nightmare going to be rotating this box all the way to cash out. See, it's going to be Envy and Nightmare in control of this. This is going to be a beautiful setup, trying to get a little bit of information stacking up on top of this goo tower right now. And it looks like Envy is going to be the one's going to be pushed by KCP. Going to be using that invis pad right now, but they don't want to take any opening right there. Not going to waste that RPG going in for that entrance, but Uni sitting pretty far away. He finds a little bit of information and hits a little bit of tickles over on Slothy as T-Mills and Varian try and re-rotate, trying to crack open this egg right now. The mines, look at that power mine going to be used to take out. Look, great smoke barrel. Here we go, the force point, the drop comes out, and now we'll see how Envy collapses on top of this, but no, the escape gateway from KCP.
It was waiting for him. That gateway, they knew what was going to happen. KCP kind of playing into Envy's hands, but again, Envy, they are so good at kiting, especially on complex POIs like this here at the Assault Hotel, and I can't tell what the next move is for KCP. They're looking to see if maybe they can catch out Bubba, and they are hunting for early damage, but at the same time, all that's happening is Envy is just playing this kite game to make sure they have one angle back onto that cash out should they need it, and trying to just bait KCP down to the wire. If this gets any closer, KCP might just not have time to steal, especially given the fact that Gremlin, Uni, and Bubba, they are not pushing their luck on this. They're just poking hard enough to keep KCP out, but at the same time, Gremlin, he gets caught in the dynamism, but the steal, it's going to be stuck through.
They get it!
KCP earning the flip! Envy now in danger. They're trying to hold him at the mine. Gremlin's mine doing a lot of work, but it might not be enough. KCP, they're still trying to hold on. Envy will not have enough time for this flip, and that is a massive bonus for KCP.
Wow, I do not know how they were able to bob and weave around those mines, get that flip. Envy not doing so hot right now with that fire, but ultimately everything is so even in this cash out game right now. This could go down to the wire. This last cash out means so much.
20K for 3 teams right now means that both of these vaults will be extremely important. I feel like Nightmare, though, we haven't talked about them enough on this, even though all of our predictions were for Nightmare. They struggled on the first box, but now they've got their bearing. They know where to place Lasagna to make the most out of either the HML coming out from Unfazed at KCP or the HLL from Envy. But I feel like as Nightmare is trying to figure out Vault 5, it's Envy's early start to this cash out on the other side of the map that will set them up for that first place finish.
Yeah, and KCP is posturing up. We're going to go over to the other side as this fight breaks out. Norma's going to be taking out Aztec, finding an aerial kill on top of Uni, and now Juker's trying to find a kill of his own, but has to find the regen as well as Gremlin pushes up aggressively, finds out Juker, takes him out, and now it's going to be Envy 3 up versus Aztec. Right now, we've seen Aztec do so much damage, but it's not going to be enough to take cash out B right now. They may have another opportunity, but over on the other side of the map, that fight is just going off, and it's going to be Lasagna, last one up on Nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
Are we going for the double?
No way, Nightmare going for the double would be insane. Technically, all they need to do is wipe KCP, and they will have second place here. I mean, this is kind of insane to me, though. KCP, they know that if they can get a plug on the other side of the map, that they'll be gunning for that position. But it is still dangerous because they might not need to plug, if anything. But Nightmare, I think they've got one player waiting on the side there. I did see a nameplate for just a brief moment. KCP gets his plug. This is dangerous territory now, as KCP and Envy are vying for the top 2.
Yeah, I think what Nightmare wanted to do, they want to force this stagger so they have as many opportunities as possible to get in the lead. They're going to use that reset, collapse on top of Cash Out B on this third party, but a big RPG hits land, and now, or Lasagna, now he's going to be winched in, but Normalize also dropping as well, and Nightmare taken out. It's just going to be up to Unfazed to try and fight their way up against Envy. They're finding that reset right now. They have 20 seconds left, but look at this high ground approach. Not Bubba poking them away. Astrax on top of it, smoking out the fire. Pyro mines right now, they're on it. Do they get it?
The flip! Unfazed got the flip! That's a little bit of a goose stall here! Envy can't get back in control, but Unfazed, they don't even get first with that. They get wiped, and they're in third place still. Envy still holding second, but now it's more important than ever that KCP remains in control. If Envy does not have control of this, and if KCP does not have control of this, Envy is gone. That means Envy and KCP will both be defending this box.
This final box, it all comes down to this. There is no time to plug, but there's only 30 seconds left. We see Nightmare on the field right now. They have to go for it before everyone comes right in on top of it. It's collapsing, but they still have a fight. Tino's gonna be the last one left. Varian and Sloth are gonna be taken out by Uni and Grad. And now they're
Nightmare's
gonna be going
trying
for
to
the
steal.
flip. Here we go. It's gonna be going. Now the goose doll comes out. Lasagna
KCP's
last one left on
wiped.
Nightmare. KCP's wiped. And now we got
Lasagna is
Unfazed.
out here, but Unfazed is stealing. Juker can't steal. KCP held it through.
Oh my gosh! Coming down to the last cash out.
Oh my goodness.
Again, 2 more times. That was incredible. What a finish. What a finale. Look at the kills on Uni. Breaking